So do you think that a woman to rise up to be the head of IBM had to be better than the men, or you think it really did make a difference?
I don't think in IBM it made a difference.
Your people who are subordinates who come to you and you don't like their ideas, do you ever, yell at them, scream at them, which men often do, or are you just more quiet about it and just tell them quietly that their idea isn't so good? How do you let people know you're not happy?
Well, I'm not a screamer, never was,
You
or
don't throw
anything like
things,
that.
nothing
No,
like that?
no, not a thrower. No, I don't think I've ever thrown anything. But I've always believed in the way to challenge things, it is to challenge them. It's the intellectual. And so I always feel, look, you need to know what you're talking about. And so to me, I have no trouble being the one to ask questions. And I think that's the best way to challenge things.
So do you feel a certain responsibility as a woman CEO to mentor other women and to speak out on issues relating to women?
Yeah, this is an interesting question, I think, David, because I have grown to be comfortable with that role, about being a role model. Because I think many of my colleagues would all say, and maybe it is a bit of, as we came through our businesses, you always wanted to be noticed and rewarded for what you did, your contributions, and I would always be, this has got nothing to do with gender, right? Almost blind to that. And over time, though, I really came to learn and see that how important it is that there be role models, and you have to accept the fact that you are a role model on the appropriate things. And so that too was kind of, at one point, another image that sticks out in my mind. This is maybe 10, 15 years ago. I was down in Australia. I was giving a financial services presentation. I thought I'd done a okay job at this. And a couple people came up to me afterwards, and this man, I thought, well, he's going to tell me either, this is great or he disagrees. And he said to me, looked at me, he said, I wish my daughters had been here. And it's funny, the sort of moments that you remember. And I always remember, I think, that's why you do have to realize, any of us in these positions of any kind of influence, we are a role model for someone, and women do need role models. We're still a small minority that run these companies. They need role models that say, yep, that's possible. I can be that. Because it's hard to dream to be something if you don't see other people like it.
Are you disappointed or surprised that if you take the Fortune 100 or Fortune 200 companies, there are relatively few female CEOs still?
Yeah, I would have hoped by now there would be more, right? And so I think this is very conscious effort. In fact, we make a very conscious effort. One of the biggest things is to keep women in the workforce. And so there is no doubt when women have children, they tend to, or ailing parents, there are many reasons that women will come in and come out of the workforce. And one of the things you can do is do everything you can to both keep them in. Your odds are much higher of their ability to then keep going. And one of our newest benefits is shipping breast milk for babies for mothers who are nursing, so they can keep working if they want to. And so this idea of keeping women in the workforce, to me, is one of the most important ways to then create the pipeline for these roles.